Hello, live. I'm old.
Why? Why?
Don't be sad that it's happening. Just accept it.
All of it.
Is that how people handle it these days?
You just gotta accept it.
I suppose so.
Battlefront 3.
You're trying to fight it.
Star
Don't.
Wars. Andor actor joins calls for Star Wars Battlefront 3.
The breaking news Trubs machine.
When you least expect EA to do something non-scummy, they do something scummy again. Who'd have thunk it? EA back at it again with the scumbaggery. Alright, now I have more oil. Let's go make some more hardened leather.
Ooh, mamacita.
Jumping G Willikers, Batman.
What do you just say to me?
I said you're a very nice person and I appreciate you for everything you've done.
I don't
You're
believe
lucky we're
either of you.
live. For us, the machine has a way to. Yeah, Uma Musume is free on Steam.
Yes, Trubs.
Bolt Gun Words of Vengeance. It is a advertisement to make sure that you will buy Bolt Gun 2 that's coming out soon, which is pretty smart.
Well, that's pretty rude.
Yep, it's an advertisement for Bolt Gun 2, which is pretty cool.
I recommend Bolt Gun. It's a fun boomer shooter.
That Dark Heresy, though. Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. It's Baldur's Gate type. Yeah, it's a Baldur's Gate type that they're coming out with. It's pretty cool. You're gonna become an acolyte of the Inquisition.
So apparently Dawn of War is getting a re-release.
Yeah, I'm buying that one. Dawn of War is hella worth, especially a re-release.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Dawn of War.
Dawn of War. The Dawn of War is like RTS style, like Halo War style video game. It's practically RTS, but it's got the pacing of like Halo Wars instead of like StarCraft. So fun.
I was always I was about to say I was really a fan of Dawn of War 2.
Yeah, I heard we don't talk about the third one.
Or not Dawn of War 2, my bad. Dark Crusade and Soulstorm. My mind automatically fills that in as Dawn of War 2. But no, Dawn of War.
Cat's playing God of War 3.
Cat of War 3.
I heard Dawn of War 3. I heard Dawn of
Don't
War
remind
3 is
me.
poo-poo.
It is.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, today was shit.
You too, I see.
And I'm glad I get to come back. I'm glad I get to come back to see titties.
Power Wash Simulator.
では前に出ます
Okay, I needed to jump up anyways. I was late already. Hello, chat. I hope you guys are doing good today. I just got the tweet out. Do me the favor, go give that some love. And we're going to get started here in just a moment. I just need to get, quite literally, my stuff plugged in. Let me grab you guys today's sauce. Chat, I am excited. Are you guys excited? Because the reason that I'm excited is literally got nothing to do with any of you guys. In fact, you guys can't get excited about the same thing that I'm excited about. Are the voices saying they don't enjoy Terminator armor with jump packs? Yeah, I mean, I think they do. Okay, let's get this started. Ah! Hello, chat. Oh, I forgot my black box is turned on. There we go. And apparently my headset isn't back on my head. The new art is very cultured. Yeah. I'm still not like content with it. I'm too much of a perfectionist, right? But it's good. I do like it still. Like I'm still gonna keep using that art piece. Hello everyone. Welcome to, is today Thursday? Did we actually make it? It's Thursday. And it's like Memorial Day weekend too. So it is a long weekend coming up. So I was commenting about how the Coldplay song "Hymn for the Weekend" came on, and I was like, man, what a appropriate song. Got one more day of work, and then we're Gucci. And actually, my dad's out of the office tomorrow. I bet I can finagle. The other partner to let us go early. That would be amazing. Delicious soba ain't just about noodles. That's right. So, chat, welcome to today. Here is today's artwork. Go give the artist some love. And the entire reason why I am excited is because the best barbecue place in my entire area is now on my delivery service. So I can actually get that. I am so unreasonably excited for that. I got it today. It was so good. Like, my food options feel like they've improved by, like, literally just, like, 500% now. Also, a gentle but harsh reminder that you guys really need to get on the Discord, because I have had to skip over so many of you guys due to not being able to find you guys on the Discord. So some of you guys are getting on my friends list a lot earlier than some others probably will. It is what it is. I actually have a couple of people I still need to add. I'll do that as we get over to NA. But I literally am just going to kind of spin down AP here on JP first. I have a toothache that's killing me? Oof. We love food indeed. Yes. Yes. Peepo fat indeed. But again, I hope everybody had a good Thursday. I hope you guys are making it to the end of the week adequately. Let me just kind of quickly truck on through these. Actually, didn't need her charge skill, but whatever. Actually, I should do that. And then that. And then that. And then that. And then that. Okay. Invert it. Oh, don't give me the pre-card. Fine, give me the pre-card. End of the week, huh? I'm 2 days in. Damn, that sucks. I know that's kind of the way like Steve is as well. He has like Monday and Tuesdays off, so it's oof for him. Actually forgot it was Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited just to have the extra time, right? Because I know we don't always get that. And it's been so long since I've legitimately had a like non-illness, non-like emergency reason for taking off of work. I think it's been like over 5 months for me at this point. So shit. So much for getting AP down quickly. So we just, for the first time in a long time, just leveled up, and now I get an entire bar of AP. So it be what it be. Managed to get Takaru today from a single. Nice. Takaru is a fantastic unit. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. I know chat has already seen enough of this grinding. It's really interesting to that degree, but the reason I'm still in here doing it is even though I have the class score done, I believe in order to get it all done, you have to have done like 50 runs of it, of which like I completed the stuff around like, I think it's like run number 37 or 38, somewhere in there. Damn, again. They brought back the double down here, so I know what I'm gonna get for food. Dude, I don't understand the double down. Like, I do, but I don't. It's one of those things where I'm like, holy crap, guys, come on. Like, it's just the fact that you have chicken surrounded by even more chicken is like, huh? To get the Grand C? No, we have to do the CQ tonight. So that's what we're going to be doing here in a second. So I wanted to save that on stream, one, because it'd probably make a decent video, and two, because you guys would probably want to see it. You know what? I haven't done a Hajime Saito. This is only level 100. It's only a 50% charge C, but why not? What's the worst that could happen? I shouldn't say that. Is this just crit? I think so. It's defense, never mind. That is a stacked deck of cards. Holy crap. He is the storm that is approaching, apparently. This note is so good, I don't even know when to stop. There'll be more, right? Yeah, there's going to be more like every month. So I wouldn't tell you guys to go like completely ape shit, because you're going to just get this for the next like 7 months. Well, 6 months, I guess. Is Charlemagne a good grand? Do you want to grand Charlemagne is the better question. Don't worry about who makes a good grand. Just grand who you want. Like, I've seen people like bitching that basically like that this forces you to choose someone of every class, and I'm like, wait, what? Because that sort of thing always just makes me go like, of course it does. Like, of course. The entire game for years has been telling you to pick a favorite of every class. That is literally how your entire support list works. So it's one of those things where I've been like, how is this an issue for people? I get it where it's like, hey, you know, I just don't have the grails or something at the moment. That's fine. Although I'll say, if you don't have the grails at the moment at this point, that's like a holy crap. You were warned for months in advance. That's a completely on you type of scenario at that point. But yeah, it's like, to me, I don't really understand a lot of the complaints that we've seen about this stuff. Problem is the gacha doesn't favor getting all your favorite units unless you pay. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that's a concern. That is actually the first time my Saber has died in all of my runs. She just got walloped there. Yeah, I really don't think that's a concern. And the reason why I don't think that's a concern at all is because the grand system is not meant for a new player. In the slightest, like at all. If you're operating in the grand system, as a new player, you're kind of doing it wrong. So it's one of those things where it's like, you should have already been playing for a decent amount of time. You should have already been investing in things. And you should have already had grail choices long before you ever get to this point in your account. Who you're seeing participate in a lot of this stuff are usually more veteran masters. So the reason why I just don't really think this matters too much is because, one, it is still permanent content. Like, I've seen people say, like, oh, this is time limited, and I'm like, it's not. The only limited thing is that there's no Storm Pod cost right now. That's it. That's the only limited thing. This will still stick around. So, chat, this needs to be stated. You will have the capacity to do these nodes, as best I understand it, pretty much forever. So, if you do, fantastic. Yeah, and I look, I'm going to say this again, just for the people in the back, right? Especially if you guys are someone that's new here. I've long held that there is no correct way to play FGO. But there are definitely ways that are wrong, okay? That being said, the way that I play this game, I feel like has been repudiated and validated over and over and over again by the devs. Over and over and over again. Which is, you know, again, just basically treating it as a collector game, trying to be efficient in all manner of the game, trying to have a well-rounded account, trying to have a favorite of every class, you name it. All of those methodologies keep getting incentivized by the developers over and over and over again by their choices. And the reason why, and the reason that I immediately picked up on this when I first started playing the game, and can tell you that it's this way with every gacha game. This isn't even unique to FGO. Is that that's what makes the devs the most money. So of course they want you to play the game that way. And if you play the game that the devs want you to play it, or play the way that the devs want you to play the game, that will reap dividends. That will be the best for you because you're just leaning into the strategy that they want you to take. So my problem is that I love too many of each class. I get, right? But there are people that go like, oh man, I just love this class. I don't like anybody else in this class. If that's your mentality, again, there's no correct way to play the game, but that is one of the wrong ways. Like that's all I can tell you is like, if you're just vehemently anti an entire class, I don't know what to do. Like there's no help I can give you at that point. So again, at the end of the day, it's just one of those deals where the developers heavily incentivize certain play styles. My play style is one of them, and it always has been, and it probably always will be. Imagine grailing only extra classes. Yeah, I have seen people that have done that. And I've similarly seen people bitching about this system because it's like, why do we have to choose one of every class? Why is it the 7 base classes first? And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, Do you not hear yourself? Why is it the 7 base classes first? I don't know. That's a good question, I guess. That's I can't really say anything to that, right? Like, those are people that are trying to min-max while spending nothing. No. Like, here's the thing, right? I would agree with that if not for the fact that chat, like I said, I'm going to do this. I'm pretty committed to it at this point. At some point in the future here, we're going to start a new account. I'm going to show you what it's like starting FGO in 2025. And I know that I'm absolutely going to play better than like 99% of new players. I know that, okay? But it's also going to shed some light on like, hey, sometimes new players say that they can't do something and they actually just can, but they don't want to. They hide behind it. They go, "Oh, I'm a new player. I can't do this." And it's like, "Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can." It's like I'm not sitting here trying to say like, "Oh, you're bad" or anything like that. But we all have our points of laziness. We all have the things that we do and don't want to do in the game. And that's what I've learned over time, is that that's usually what's actually shining through in those moments. When people say, oh, this is a whale only thing, oh, this is a veteran only type of thing, a lot of the time it's not. I'm not going to say that there aren't things like that. There are. Just that usually where I see that excuse getting trotted out, it's not that big of a deal. There's so much variety in each class. I'm sure if you look, you'll find a unit you like. Yeah, I really do think that's the case too. But I do think people get stuck. Like, so in the same way, I guess one of the things that I'm beneficial towards in my choice is that I have chosen to like the Saberfaces. I didn't choose, they chose me. But the idea being that because of that, I have somebody that works in like every class pretty much, right? Fair enough. But what if my gimmick was different? For instance, one of my buddies, Mr. Creamy, loves all the Avengers. Okay. Now, the difference I'll say with like someone like Creamy versus somebody like, I don't know, anybody else, right, is that while Creamy likes the Avengers, Creamy's not going to sit there and be like, well, I hate this class and I'm not using this one. Like, it's one thing to like something, it's another thing to be like obstinately against something else. So I think the idea at play there is, well, my choice has suited me very well. Even if you choose a different type of gimmick for your account, it still wouldn't screw you. So the people that are actually screwed have been kind of pig-headed. They've been basically belligerently, like, refusing to do certain things. I got no one for Archer or Assassin. Okay, but do you have no one, or are you unsure of who to pick? Grandwise, or are you just saying that you don't have anyone that currently qualifies because you haven't grailed them? There's a 120 non-grand. Oh, no, wait. No, that is a grand. What is with that CE choice? Cool factor-wise, I want a grand Arjuna, but I simp for Say. Yeah, and, like, I get why people can have a hard time choosing. That no one really catches my eyes yet. Well, hear me out. Okay, so let me give you guys my honest to God advice. If you're in Elon's situation, grail someone. Pick someone. And if you're worried that that's not the right choice, remember, you have the ability to change who your grand is. And it basically comes at no cost, okay? Other than, I guess, you would have invested grails, right? That, realistically speaking, that is the only cost there is the grails, okay? So at that point, it's you grailing somebody up to 100, doesn't even need to be 120, just as a placeholder so you can access the content if you so choose. Or if you so choose, you can try to wait until later, until the finale comes out, and then say, okay, this is how this works. Now I'm going to go back and make my choice and try to invest in it. The only problem with that is that's probably not coming out until December. And then at that point, you'll be behind the curve a little bit as you're trying to go back and make adjustments to be able to participate. Me wanting to grand Tamashark is likely looked at odd. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many Tamamo fans are out there? As a player with 8 to 9 months in this game, I have 0 SSR archers I enjoy, and that is with 3 accounts rolling, but I at least have Fujino. She might be an SR, but she is 120 for me. Okay, so several points. 1, with 8 to 9 months in the game, you shouldn't be touching the grand system. 2, with 8 to 9 months in the game, I'm going to be honest, you're still so fresh, you actually don't know most of the characters or most of the story still. And 3, straight up at that point, you've already admitted that you still have someone that you would choose. It does not have to be an SSR. So, there you go. Yeah, I think you'll see a lot of Tamamo Lancers, honestly, when she rolls around. Like, you guys can see, look at the diversity of the Saber Grands at the moment. There's a lot of repeats for certain characters, but there's certainly a lot of, like, sameness, too. You need to grand farm with Storm Pods, yeah. And that's going to be the issue, is if you don't have someone set up initially, it's not that you can't do it, it's just that you will be gated to 3 runs a day. That's really the only concern. You will see my Tamamo Lancer for sure. Exactly. Gonna be a lot of Meliko and Eresh Kagal and Lancer Grand. Meanwhile, me, a cultured individual. I never took the time to check, but if you grail someone, do they get the same stat line as an SSR range? What do you mean, Flair? Like, are you speaking generalistically? Like, if you grail someone up to, like, say 90, do they have the same stat range as another SSR would? Kind of, but not entirely. The way it works, and this is gonna unfortunately be weird. So, allow me to put this into perspective for you. Get stuck on SSR vision only? Yeah, I do agree with that. 3 times CE, apply outside of grand specific battles as well. No. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to answer those 2 ats. The thing you guys need to understand, okay? So, if I grail a 5-star, right? Let's take this Nero Bride, for instance. Her stats go up. Here's the thing. Servants have unique variations in their stats. Their stats wobble. And this is what's known to as linear scaling, or S scaling, reverse S scaling, and so on and whatnot. There's actually, I think, 5 different variations, okay? So, in that time period, like, S scaling kind of works like this, okay? So you're sitting there and you're like, oh, like, you go up and then you flatline for a couple levels, and then you go up and then you flatline for a couple levels, right? Actually, that may be backward. That may be reverse S that I'm doing, but whatever. The idea at play there is simply that it has different peaks and valleys, basically, in how it works. As opposed to linear, which just is a straight line. Here's the thing you guys need to know. Whenever you grail a unit, scaling from their final level to the grailed levels, so the final natural level that they would be at, into whatever level you grail them to, that scaling while you're grailing is always linear, regardless of what the character was before that point. If they were S or reverse S, it does not matter. They are linear from the point at which they get grailed onward. Okay? Now, the idea behind this is a level 90 might be somewhere up here on a graph point. A level 80 might be somewhere here. A level 70 might be here. A level 60 might be here. So can you grail them up to that point? Yes. Here's the thing. It doesn't actually work this way. Because it usually is going to work like this. Now, you're probably sitting here looking at this and you're like, Cad, you just drew the dots. What's the difference? Well, if the linear scaling is still in that perfect diagonal, that means the SSR is going to be here. The SR is going to be here. The R is going to be there. And so on and whatnot. They will all keep rising, but eventually it does not matter. The actual starter rarity will shine through. I know that's a lot to say, but I had to demonstrate the point to you guys. So a 90 grailed to 120 should always have more stats than, say, an 80 grailed to 120 would. That's not always true, but it's because of weird scaling issues, and some SRs are stronger than some SSRs. It's just a weird thing like that. But that is the general idea about how it works. So that does mean if you grail a 1-star or a 2-star, they're probably never going to outshine an SSR grailed to that same point. But what they can do is they can outshine a normal SSR. So if you grail your 1-star all the way up to 120 and you have an SSR sitting there at just 90, yeah, you might be able to outdamage them. That may actually be a thing. But it just really depends on what the circumstances are. For free to play, low stars do have the advantage of no coin limitations. Well, some of them. It's always the exception to every rule, right? But yeah, that's the general idea. So I hope that answers your question. In theory, then yes, it's always better to grail an SSR as opposed to an SR. But let's be honest, chat, we don't fucking care. This game isn't that hard. Just go with what, you love. Ezo fans in shambles. Honestly, Ezo scales really well. But that has a good chunk to do with his kit. So certain units actually do scale a little bit better. A long time ago, I made a video, and I don't remember what I did with it, but it was a video talking about who some of the actual, mathematically correct non-SSRs were to grail. If you were going to grail a non-SSR, who would actually be, some of the strongest options? And, for instance, Lalter and Salter were extremely strong options. And the reason why? Lalter and Salter are pseudo 5-stars in their own right, even within their stat block. So it is what it is. Qingong, yeah, you have other units like Qingong and Arash that they just have some insane damage scaling due to the effects of their Noble Phantasm. I mean, it's still going to require you to have, overcharge to make Gong work harder, but, I'm going to be honest with you. It really depends on how you're using Gong. Are you using Gong for damage, or are you using Gong for party rotation? Because if you're using Gong for party rotation, a level 1 Gong can do the same job as a level 120 Gong. But if you're using them for damage, there's a little bit more there, right? So it comes down to damage versus utility, basically. I don't even think that's a rule for you, Deontay. Because everything I know about you tells me that you just only care for the Chinese servants. Like, that's honestly, from all the years I've heard you talk about your Grail options, I don't think you're a fan of any of those other things. So saying it's a rule is kind of weird. There we go. Alba got me. Mr. Chong makes Gilga caster damage a joke. I mean, if you're looking at Gilgamesh caster just for the damage output, that's another mistake. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. I guess I was tapping the middle skill there and not realizing it. How many class score keys did you get at the end? I don't know. We literally have to do the final fight. I'm tonight we're doing the CQ, so I'm basically farming my AP down at the moment. Pop that. And take the crit damage. Are the grand mats you get from the Grand Challenge Saber specific mats, or is it a general type of mat? What do you mean? Like the actual challenge fight that I still have to do? I don't know what the drops from that actually are. I do know, like, as a reward you get an unlocker, but that's the only thing I know. But from the free quests, well, allow me. Pretty good materials. 3.7 mil, and I've seen it as high as like 4.5. Skill gems, statues, ascension mats, and the class specific dust. Yes. How's Grand Berserker gonna go? Because that ain't neutral damage or health. Assuming we get the same rewards, this will help us complete more class scores. Yeah, that's... So, someone was asking me before, because, again, there is scaling, okay, for how the... God damn it, I shouldn't have done that. There is scaling for how this stuff works. Like, I talked about it in the video. By the way, we got the grand score out, grand graph system guide out. I have no idea what to call it other than it's like the grand system, okay? We got the guide for this out, but just for the record, chat, like, each one of these has scaling on them. I basically can get 20 to 50%, okay? And I should have the maximum possible scaling that a character can have, with one exception. That exception, chat, oh, whoops, wrong page. That exception is right here. I am missing 2 nodes, and they are actually fairly important. It's extra crit damage and extra NP damage. So they are really good, but I don't have the unlocker for it at the moment. Now, I'm going to get an unlocker after we're done with the CQ, but I don't think I'm going to use it on this. Because I didn't need it. Like I'll be good, at least for right now, on this front. So, if anything, I'm kind of incentivized to save it for one of the later class scores. Like, for instance, if we go look at my Berserker one, I'm also pretty good on Berserker 2, if I remember correctly. Okay, so there's still actually quite a bunch I haven't done on Berserker. So probably in the coming month here, I need to fill the rest of this out. But the issue at play is that we're not going to be able to have everything. Like, players basically can't do every single possible node. That is one of the issues we're going to have at the moment. So I'm trying to remember, chat, what's the next one after Berserker? Does anyone remember? Doesn't it bother you that it's not complete? No. Because if that were the case, it'd bother literally everybody that's touched it. Lancer. Same thing here. So, and what you guys can see that I did... I went straight for the endpoint that gives the most bang for your buck. Both of these two nodes give insane value. This is literally 10% extra NP damage, and I think 10% extra all crit. So it's really, really strong, right? So Lancer is another one I don't need the unlockers for. All right, chat, what's the one after Lancer? I don't know what to say, I'll say it anyway. Anybody know? I don't know off the top of my head, so. Archer? All right, Archer's going to be a problem for me. Is it Ryder? Okay. Yeah, Archer I haven't touched. Ryder, I don't think I've touched Ryder either. So that's going to be the issue is unless they start giving out a crap ton more of this, we're not going to have the capacity to have everything possible done. Eventually, we're going to hit a point where it's like, oh, hold on. And that is one of the reasons I suspect they're doing the, hey, here's your one-off class score reset, but we'll see. I maxed out my 2 extra trees. I maxed out extra 1, but I haven't maxed out the others. Saber, Berserker, Lancer, Rider, Assassin, Archer, Caster. Yeah, so Saber, Berserker, and Lancer, I'm good. Rider, Assassin, Archer, and Caster, I'm not. So literally the first 3 I'm good, the last 4 I'm not. Do you have to be done with all the main story stuff so far to get the Grand Saber stuff? No, you just have to do the audio call prologue. Again, I talk about all of this in the guide video. Actually, mods, can somebody like link that and pin that in chat? Most of the grands are AoE. The fights will be spicy. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about some of the like some of the potential that this has in terms of like for certain classes, supporting the class will actually be kind of uh-oh. Oh, also chat, this is another neat thing I noticed. FYI. Yeah, how many foes do I have? I don't have none. I absolutely have foes. There's no 5-star foe. Uh-oh. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this, because, I mean, there's definitely room, but this is already a really small menu. Like, my sausage fingers struggle to, like, depress any one of these things. Expand, yes. Strasser, thank you for the prime. How's it going, bud? Do they count towards inventory limit? They sure do. I know, because I hit it earlier today and last night. Yeah, sorry, just the tabs above. But even the tabs are small, is the point that I'm making. Oh, actually, what did I... More teapots! Sweet. It is funny with how good the bonding in that node is that they're finally just like, yeah, here's bond overflow. Because I think they knew that, like, and I'm gonna be dead honest, chat. I'm sure there were other people that felt like me on this, but there were legitimate grinding opportunities that were showing up, and I was just like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, just gonna be me running in there with my bond 15 units. I don't care. I think they know. I think that they knew that that was going to be a thing. Yeah, chat, I got my grail casting done on an A, but not JP. Alright, let's do at least a storm pod here. And then we should be ready to start the CQ on JP. Wait, hold on. I need... I want a Grand Kali when Archer 1 comes out, but I don't have Kali. Sad. Big sad. Partly why I play on a tablet. You're not wrong. Playing on a tablet or really just anything with better, how should I put it, resolution is just naturally going to help this sort of thing. I am surprised though that they don't make some of the buttons a little bit bigger. But that may be due to... Oh, crap. I shouldn't have done that. Are my NA and JP Grands going to be different? Probably not. I want the 100 FP roll so bad. Yeah, I basically refuse to roll FP on NA right now. I refuse. There's no reason to. Until the devs bring that change to an A, it is just incredibly stupid and time wasty to roll out your FP other than doing the daily free one. Like, I'm sorry. There will be plenty of opportunities in the future where we get the capability to do more. And it'll still be like a 3 times suck rate or a 5 times suck rate, you name it, right? Like, I don't really care. They're going to do it again in the future. We all know it. But until they bring that to an A, I just absolutely don't trust it. I mean, you can always transfer between devices. I'm not a huge fan of transferring in general. Betting your Grand Lancer and one of the extras are locked in? What could you possibly mean by that? No, I'm not predictable. I didn't see that anybody got that pin, so let me go grab it myself, chat. Oh, hold on. There. Okay. That should be there for you guys. Kat, is there a reason why you have teapots on JP? Yes. I literally just pulled them out of my inventory. Like out of my rewards. Did chat not see that happen? Cad's Grand Lancer is 100% Fion. How did you know? You figured me out. I'm a secret Fion simp. To be fair, I've actually given Fion a hell of a lot more like respect than most other people have. Okay, that's gonna be that for that. And let's go do the CQ. Real quick, I need to look at like what the break bar effects on the CQ are if I can find it. No, you squirreled it away, didn't you, fandom? Oh, there you go. Recognition battle. Okay. And they don't list what any of that does. %100% decreased damage while MP is sealed. Interesting. Ineffective against Grand Saber attacks? That's hilarious. Oki is probably really good for this because one of the things she can do is give herself defense up. Okay. Well, let's try it out. I'm just going to throw myself in. Hold on, chill. Let's just try it. Do you think she'll get an AoE NP eventually? No. No, I think you'll get an animation update for her, but I think this is literally the exact same one. Okay. Disgusting. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. No point in NPing the first bar or two here, if I have the stars. Spicy damage. Ooh, what a bad card draw there. YouTuber dead? Wait, what? Is YouTube dead? Oh, wow, I got weight roomed. I'm worried about that Okita. I'm really worried about that Okita. Is it the second one or the third one? One of them gives a instant additional charge. It's this one. Wait. No, it's not this one. Yeah, they're both dead here if that's AoE, which is just rough. I should not have done that. Getting weight roomed there really hurt.
つ。おまかこれで終わらせます。はい、そこ。これで決める。取った。無名三段付け。やってくれたわね。せい。この程度。我が剣気火炎のごとし。カーン。我が剣気火炎のごとし。
Oh, the evasion. Shit. I don't think it works on grands, though.
聖剣解放。
Don't really have the stars for this, but I'm gonna go for it. Win, thank you for the resub. Appreciate it, my dude. Okay, not bad. I didn't think that was going to do nearly as much. I thought her defense was going to block me. So yeah, I was really worried that, like, I knew I had the NP seal, but I was really worried that she was just going to annihilate me if I couldn't finish her this turn. And I finished her. That's the damage bonus is just nutty. Now again, to clarify, chat, like I said, I have pretty much the maximum scaling on all my stuff. I didn't even feel like I played that necessarily 100% correctly. That was not a min turn. Min turn would have been 4 turns. But it just worked. Again, like, having your class score taken care of helps the scaling. Having your bond levels kind of high helps the scaling. Not on the individuals, but the aggregate bond for your entire Saber class. That's what actually determines the scaling. So, yeah, it actually worked out really well there, and we managed to get the job done. So, not hard, honestly. Bother to go back and read past events? Not if they played them. Oh. Well. Chat. There's your new craft essence. It's nice. Like I said, it's split stats, but at the end of the day, you probably have a better CE to slot into your third one. So to me, it's more of a commemorative thing. Oh boy, a crystallized lore. And it's done. It's validated. So let's see. And there we go. So we get 1 unlocker. Now, admittedly, I would have liked to have seen more. But what I will say is this means that across the 7 classes, if you do them all, chat, you will probably get 7 unlockers. I'd actually see. I don't know how many we've already gotten. Because in theory, there are 9 groupings in class score, of which you need 2 of those apiece. So you need an 18 total of the tier 3 unlockers. So literally getting 7 of them is actually pretty huge. Let's count, chat. 1. So the tier 3 unlockers are the blue ones right here. The 1. 3. 5. 7. So the question is, have I spent it on locker anywhere else? Nope. So, Chad, how much was that? 7 that I said I already have? This is 2, 2. Oh, no, sorry. 1, 2, 2, and 2. Yeah. I already have 7. We will get 7 more. That's 14 of the possible 18. So that means you will be able to either give 1 to 4 different classes, or you will be able to complete all but 2 based off current projections. And chat, you're going to get more. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's in a fully animated background, right? So it's a thing. But yeah, that's... So right now, basically, you can get... You should be able to get done 7 of the 9 if you've not missed any of the unlockers. By, like, November, okay? When all is said and done, you will be able to get done 7 of the classes. I think you'll probably get some more for like anniversary or something. There will probably be something story significant released throughout the year. We'll just have to see. Like, I guarantee there's going to be another like Olga fight, so that's probably going to give 1. I don't remember if the past ones have. Can we miss unlockers? To my knowledge, no. Kind of fits that you can't complete all 9 until we see the grand extras. Yeah, I mean, to a degree, you're not wrong, right? Like, it does make sense that that's where you would end up. So, is what it is. Yeah, do you expect they'll be giving out some QL stuff early this Annie? Maybe. We'll have to see. Like, I think that sort of thing's always possible. I think that is where you should probably expect it. But whether or not we do, I think is anyone's guess. That sort of thing is always up in the air and really depends on kind of what the devs are trying to do. Let me go check my missions here real fast, chat. Have I completed them all? Seems like it. Four more runs, chat. Honestly, I don't see the point in popping apples for that, because I will get those 4 runs, like, literally, like, throughout the just natural duration of the week here. So, that won't be a problem. Like, I'll literally get, like, those 4 runs done probably by tomorrow. So that'll just be a non-issue. A new grand proper in one of these? Like, whole servant? Well, so hear me out, chat. They are at least like I've seen people make a whole hullabaloo about the fact that this is Musashi. Yet they stated explicitly in the live stream, this has 0 lore implications. This is nothing to do with lore. They just chose Musashi because they wanted to. So what does this mean? This does not mean that like Musashi is the Grand. This does not mean that Musashi's back. Like nothing like that. This is just they put Musashi in here because she felt like she would fit this. That's it. They liked her animations for this. And I would be honest with you, I think that's they're going to use this basically as a mechanism to give her an animation update. So I think that's what you can expect this is actually for. But beyond that, I don't know, right? It's just like I've seen a lot of people making a stink that like this has some sort of extra connotation or implication, and it doesn't. Like I've even seen Twitter people thinking that like she is now officially the Grand Saber, and it's like, no, that's not how that works. Yeah. Do you know how the drop rates for the materials are in the Musashi node? Like what do you mean? Like the overall drop rate? I'm gonna be real with you. I wouldn't farm it explicitly for the materials. I would farm it for materials plus this, plus that, right? Now, chat. That cap got hella increased. So, if you want to, you can absolutely farm the crap out of stuff, okay? This includes stuff like the lotto. Like, it's going to be weird fully farming a lotto and then just immediately converting everything to QP and just not caring. Because I'm so used to like, oh, it's a lotto. I need to micromanage my QP so that I don't waste it. I need to like find places to squirrel it away and things to spend it on. And instead it's just going to be like, boom. What is the new QP cap? Like Godzilla, chat. It's -1, okay? Billion? Yeah. Yeah, the cap's already 2 billion. It is literally now. There's your cap, chat. Yeah, they 5 timesed it. And to be fair, someone was asking me, I think like a week or two ago, like, Cad, do you think the leveler increased the QP cap? And I was like, I don't think it was Cad, do you think they'll ever increase it? I think it was Cad, should they increase it? And I said, like, no, I didn't really think they needed to. But at the end of the day, there's no problem with them increasing it. Other than, like I said, it's just going to make me lazy. So. It's 5 times what it was. Yep. Do you think they increased it to give people something to do? Yeah, to a degree. I think that's what they're realizing, is that the devs themselves put up all the barriers in the game. Okay? Hear me out on this, chat. Let's bust out the drawing board here and, like, allow me. Neo, thank you for the 72 months. Chat, can we get some love for 6 years of support from my buddy Neo? FGO was originally designed on the principle of play as you have the time, aka play at your convenience. Okay? And that mantra should ring true to a lot of people out there. And the reason why is because this mantra is the definition of the Japanese gamer. Okay, Japanese gamers are infamously mobile oriented, and the reason why they are is because they don't have all the time in the world to be sitting down in front of a PC like maybe us Americans or Europeans have. Instead, they are very much very busy individuals, which I feel on a spiritual level at this point. But to the extent that a lot of their quote unquote free time to game is going to be on the subway, on the bus, on the train, on their way to and from work. It's not going to be, all hours of the day type thing. So play as you have the time has long been FGO's mantra for their design. And we know this because the developers have told us so. Like, literally, this is what Mr. 2 has told us in the past. Okay? However, and this is one of the big ways that you guys can try to codify how they think, and a little bit why sometimes if it seems like I'm pissed at a dev decision, it's because it's a betrayal of that phrase, of that play as you have the time concept. Originally, that's how they designed the game, but over the years, they have definitely put up certain barriers to stop players. And what they have done by doing that is they have hamstrung themselves. Because the devs, I think to some degree, the devs are always going to be worried about this and this. But that doesn't stand for what you think it does. That doesn't stand for public relations. That stands for player retention. They're always worried about money and player retention. And technically, player retention leads to money, so it is what it is. So they have tried to keep you around. They've tried to keep you playing. And that's where a lot of their more recent decisions start to come into sort of the light a little bit as you begin to realize that's what they're doing is they're trying to keep player retention up. The issue at play, and don't at me at the moment because I'm not going to see it. The issue at play is that straight up, I basically know that while that's their goal, it's actually costing them. Every barrier they put up to keep you around is a barrier that shackles you. I've talked about this concept before in live service games and why it's such a problem. Shackling a player to your game does not make a player happy. They hate it. It feels like a chore. It feels like work, a second job. It feels like homework if you're someone at school. So it's not a good thing to try to force your players to actively gate them in everything that they do. FGO has always had gating present within its design, but the gating was usually fairly soft gating. The only truly hard gating that existed in FGO were things like the player level cap, the timed release of events, and story, and that's really it. So it's like, that was the only actual hard gating. Everything else that existed in FGO was very much of a play as you want, do what you want. Now, you did have another set there that I forgot to mention, which was things like actual caps and limitations on resources, but I'm less convinced that that was done to hamstring the player and more like they just weren't sure about like where they should put a cap and what the allowance that they should, the leash basically that they should give players in that regard was originally, and over time they've expanded it, which tells me that they're a little bit, less concerned about that. And we'll get back to that point because that's the point that we're headed towards in the end here. But the idea at play is that basically the devs want to keep you around. The problem with this is, as again I've mentioned, is that every time they put up these barriers, it doesn't make the players happy. And they've been doing that quite a bit here lately with things like storm pods, with things like the class score system and the coin system and stuff like that. You have all these barriers. And if you look, every single barrier they have put up, basically since Annie 5, every single barrier they have put up has eventually come back down. I think they know. I think they're at that point now where they have realized finally the error of their ways. They have realized every single one of those things that they tried to do was just them pointing a gun at the player, but it misfiring and shooting themselves in the foot. They were trying to hold you back, but they realized in the end that all it was doing was making them bleed out. So the idea about this sort of thing is that as we look at each of those barriers that they put up, the coin system, for instance, now you can 120 somebody and get their pins reasonably unlocked, even at NP1. So that was something you couldn't do originally. That barrier has completely come down to the point where, like I've said before, coins are almost a non-issue. They're almost dead to a degree. They're not entirely, but like, it's so much so that you don't have to worry about rolling additional copies of a unit, especially since now we can switch the appends around. Same thing with the storm pods. They tried to put storm pods in, and the devs admitted to this, that the entire reason that storm pods existed was that if they didn't put a limiter, that people would degen and complete it immediately. They would just go out there, hard farm, and complete class score, just like you see here with the grand system. And that's actually proof positive that we're right on this. They tried to limit people's capacity to do the class score system. They tried to limit people's capacity to do the coin system. And in the end, it just backfired in both cases. Nobody liked it. It literally just upset the players. It lost them some players over time, and it straight up did them no favors by actively trying to gate the community. Here's why that's wrong. Their idea is in preserving that player retention, that they can, again, get more money. They keep you around, they keep you in the ecosystem, they keep the player present. But as we mentioned before, it feels like a job, it feels like homework. Players don't like it. So the alternative is you don't put up a barrier, but then, you heard the devs' concern. If we don't put up a barrier, the players will rush out and complete it. That's true. The error, the flaw in their thinking is that that's a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Because of two reasons. One, it's enthusiasm. It's desire to play the game, to get stuff done and accomplished and show off to their friends. It's going to, if anything, actually help promote the game and give other players goals to work towards. Yes, some players will get it done very quickly, but for every player that gets it done very quickly, 1,000 more see that player and go, man, I can't do that. That's amazing, but I'm going to get to it eventually. So it's actually a good thing in that regard. Simultaneously, yeah, you might lose that player. They might grind everything out, get bored, and say, to hell with this, I'm on to the next gacha game. Guess what? If you put artificial limitations on them, not only are they still going to do that, they're actually going to do it even faster. They're going to get way quicker bored with your new scenario, with your new system, by putting up those barriers to entry and not letting them play the game that they want to play. So you're actually costing yourself money, especially because in the past, the way these things worked is somebody would just go like, oh man, yeah, I'm just going to go out, I'm going to farm it, I'm going to degen it. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to a whale over the years that was just like, Lottos, what's that? I don't need to do a lotto, man. I'm just going to pop quartz and grind free quests. That is highly inefficient. I do not recommend that for anybody, really. But there's some at least interesting psychology there. And that's that what you're doing by putting up a barrier is you're telling that player, no, don't give me money. Wait. So if their goal is to keep the player around to increase money, it's not working. It's actually costing them, because the guy that's going to jump the gun and pop a ton of quartz, they're now not getting the money from him because he can't. So it's actually the backward way of doing things. And I think that's what the devs are finally realizing. The more barriers they put up, the more limitations they impose upon the player, the less the player can actually play their game, and the less the player actually wants to play their game. The more freedom they give the player, the more they turn them loose, it allows the player to play at their convenience, play as they have the time. The original design mantra of the game. So we've come full circle now, and you can see they've realized that with the grand system. They straight up told you on the live stream that you could complete it all in one day if you just popped apples. Some people are going to do that. Some people aren't. And both approaches are fine. That's what I think the devs are realizing. They shouldn't be hamstringing you. They should just be letting you choose. Because if somebody wants to degen and pop the stuff, that's what they should do. And if anything, I can say that, you know, as a player, I appreciate that it was so easy to complete. But if anything, they maybe messed up because they probably should have made it a little bit harder and made it take a little bit more farming to do. And then they might have actually gotten quartz out of people instead of just apples that we're all sitting on. We're all sitting on tons of apples right now. And the reason we're all sitting on tons of apples is because the game has been gated for the past several years. So them relaxing storm pod costs and usage, them relaxing the coin system, and them giving us the grand system with no restrictions is a fundamental change to the way the developers are actually thinking. And it's a good thing. They can gate us with the release of the system and its various parts. They don't need to gate our ability to farm it. That actually increases player retention, not decreases it. So, again, that's just a story on how FGO is developed and how it's gone throughout the years. And now we're coming full circle back to the good mentality of development on the developer's side. Thus, everyone wins. Exactly. Oh, yeah. You have to have some barriers, right? You have to stop a player from just constant degenning everything. But the less barriers you have in your game, usually the better. Oh. That was weird. My headset just DC'd on its own. I think class score was unnecessarily blocked because it was already heavily story gated throughout through the torches. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you guys, wild prediction here. For a new player starting the game next year, there won't really be any gate. There'll be storm pods, but the unlockers, you'll be able to acquire them all. What headset is this one? Yeah, this is the Ars Nova. It's good. I like it. My only issue is occasionally I get some like when it has an interrupt with its Wi-Fi, it's like sometimes it plays a really like loud, obnoxious noise in my ears. Like it's like shrill. But yeah, like the storm pods are going to be the only barrier. The storm pods are easier than ever, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I won't be surprised if they just do away with storm pods at all in the future. Or if they maybe expand the system as we head towards a part 3. But here's the other thing, chat. Narratively, how do you expand a storm pod system that deals with bleached earth nodes? If narratively we solved the bleached earth. What I can see it doing, hear me out, chat. They upgrade storm pods. and Storm Pods become some new moniker. And instead of it being specific to Bleached Earth nodes, it becomes specific to some other thing. Cad, stop thinking they're going to snipe you. It happens anyways, chat. They steal all my ideas. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, I don't think they actually, like, maybe the NA staff might occasionally watch, but I don't think the JP staff ever watches me. So them adopting my bond overflow idea is not surprising in the slightest. It's like it's what I would have done as a dev. Or they become useless like code removers. I don't know that they'll be useless, but we'll see. I think Storm Pods will be one of the things revamped. Yeah, I could see that. Grand Pods? Oh, God. Come on, Grand Pod. Get off your ass. They'll 100% do that with a new system for part 3. Yeah, I think, to be honest, though, I do think they're going to just keep expanding class score. And I think that's what you're going to see is, like, you're going to see that a lot of, like, enhancements from now on just flow through class score. Because class score, chat, hear me out again, okay? Class score is a scalable system. It's been designed that way from the get-go. So it's easy for them to just keep expanding it. They just keep tacking on more. But we'll see. Maybe they don't go with that way, right? I mean, there's only what, 3 welfares we don't have right now? Ready to get OC done? Yeah. Without Storm Pods, they go back to the Blue Apple issue where players just log in and make Blue Apples every day. That's fine. Hear me out. Blue Apples were never the problem. The desire to play and the rewards given were. If you incentivize players to play your game, they will. If you incentivize them not to, they won't. It's that simple. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, if all you ever do is make blue apples in this game, congratulations, you have a ton of apples. But you're not playing the game. You're not upgrading your units. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, that's probably where some of the bitching from the grand system comes from. Like, oh, I didn't have the resources. They've been letting you know for months. You know what they say? Give players a chance and they'll optimize the fun out of the game. I mean, that's true. That's true because of exactly how I played every event after Storm Pods came out. And we still haven't gotten to that point, chat. You're about to get to that point on an A. And you're going to see exactly what I mean. So I really hope we get that, like, half-cost quality of life at least. Because, holy shit. Lazy people try hard at not try harding. A long time before I will ever make anymore. The problem that they had, chat, is for a while there, and we're coming up to it on an A, there was a heavy incentive not to play the game. There was a heavy incentive to make blue apples. And so you guys can see, This is after I've, popped enough to do like my 50-ish runs here. I ain't running out anytime soon. Like for the record, chat, at like peak efficiency in a lotto, it's about 1 AP bar per box. That is 1 AP bar. In fact, that is 457 1 AP bars. Just with my gold apples alone, I can complete a lotto to 500 boxes almost. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I were the devs and I wanted to kill blue apples, I'd start choking this. That'd be one hell of a way to kill blue apples real quick. Sorry, not kill, but like severely limit the refill capacity. Because right now, as it is, rainbow appling is dead to me. There's no point. 0 point, right? And by the way, chat, this is half an AP bar, so you can literally divide that in half. That's almost another 300. So, looking at this, there's probably, across everything that I have, there's probably a good like 800 boxes worth. Which means I'm almost done with a second lotto of 500 boxes. Stop giving the devs bad ideas, man. You're worse than them. No, I know how I would do it. If I were the devs and I was thinking like them and I had these problems, how would I solve it? I would just stop giving the players nearly as much apples. And in doing that, it wouldn't be immediate, and that's the deviousness of it. It would not be some apparent thing that everyone would scream about. You would just slowly tune it down. And then eventually people would notice and be like, hey, this is kind of fucked. Like, why aren't they giving us more apples? I'm running out. And then the devs would be sitting there and they'd be like, running out, you say? It's that simple. They're still giving golds regardless. Yeah, I mean, they can't completely limit them. They have to give some out, but... I feel like they're not giving enough, though. I don't know. I got to this literally by just stockpiling and being super efficient, so... I can't say they haven't given a lot out, right? I think lotto farmers would notice. Oh, hell yeah, we would. A lot of people won't rainbow refill anyway with no apples, only whales, I guess. True meat. However, think about this. I am a whale, and I am not rainbow appling now because of this. Uh-oh. That's a problem. That's a revenue stream cutoff right there. And that's the point that I'm making. They don't have to kill it for everyone. They just have to kill it for the hyper farmers. And then they'll start getting money back from that. But you want to know a better idea to make money besides that, chat? Microtransactions! So, here's how I would do it. I would release costumes that were live 2D for especially popular units. And I would charge like $15. And then I would still make all this money. Then you're getting into annoying stages. You mean then I'm getting into rich? I'll see you guys next year as I take a round the world trip in my yacht Yeah, like seriously, they shouldn't be worrying about getting monetization up from other things. They should just be going, hey, those other games are doing live 2D and skins really well. Maybe we should do that. They'd have content to sell for years. Yeah, it's almost like there's like over 400 units in the game. And to be fair, chat, they don't have to do it for all of them, right? Allow me. Y'all know I love doing this to you. So for those of you guys that have been around for a while, you know what's coming. I love it. It's like the first thing in here that I have pinned. There you go, chat. You're telling me you wouldn't pay $15 for this? What if this was also just like an animated background? Like for like the main page. And it's that simple. It really is. It's that simple. That's how you make more money. I'd pay $15 for a few favorites, right? And that's the exact way that you do it. You strategically pick units that are like, people want that. That's so evil. Yeah. But that's how I would make more money. And to be fair, right? Like, at least on that's something that you could opt into. It would not be something that you would have to do. It could have like no gameplay impact, right? But that's really like all you have to do if you want FGO to make more money. Pure and simple. Chat is suggesting wallet draining ideas here. Oh yeah. I could make FGO the most profitable game in the world again. Chad also isn't beating the Gooner allegations, I know. Chad's advice how to ruin a game. Good luck beating the top gotchas at the moment, though. Nah, man. Release that to Twitter. Instant win. Instant W. All of a sudden, everyone goes, FGO got what? Yeah, it's that simple. Only 500 in stock. No. Okay. That's a bad idea. Don't do limitations and don't do NFTs. We all know how NFTs go. Like, that would actually just kill the game right off the rip. Because a little bit of monetization is amazing for the developers. A lot of monetization kills your game. Time limited skins sell no matter what. Oh, yeah. The issue at play there is, would you rather sell 2 $500 skins or 500 like $10 skins? That's a great question. Yeah. Here's the deviousness, chat. If you price things cheaper, then it's the same way that like the MiHoYo style games work. If you make the barrier for entry still a monetary barrier, but if you make it a lot lower, you trick more people into becoming payers rather than free-to-players. It's like, oh man, I can't get mom to agree to allow me to borrow the credit card for $500, but I might allow I might be able to convince mom to let me have that $10 purchase. And I'm not saying this from the standpoint of a child, chat. If you feel attacked, it's not my intention. I like FGO. It's that there's no stupid battle passes skins. No, hear me out, right? Like, I don't want a battle pass either. I think skins, I'm dead serious on this. I think skins are the actual, like, most fair way to do a monetization scheme in a game. Because skins are always in the eye of the beholder. If you don't like the unit, you're not going to buy the skin. If you don't like the skin, you're not going to buy the skin. If you don't have the money, you're still not going to buy the skin, but you're still going to be able to play the game to the same capacity that everyone else can. So skins are literally just a cosmetic flex, but they don't really hurt anyone, as long as they're priced right. And make people log in every day. Yeah, forming a habit and FOMO. All right, chat, we're going to get started with Ordeal Call here. You guys know the deal. Saberface only. I think I'm on chapter 6. For anyone that's curious. Again, you're more than welcome to read along. If I pass where you're at, feel free to continue to read along with me. It just makes you faster when you go to sit down and play it. So it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and begin. Also, a friendly reminder, get on the Discord. Otherwise, you're not going to get invited to my friends list. Oh, right. We're at the point of a fight. Uh-oh. Lag? Oh, okay, there we go. Also, I know I have to get back to some of you guys. One moment, chat. Yeah, okay. There we go. Did you do OC1 Saberface only on JP2? No, I haven't really done the Saberface only thing on JP. Mostly because, like, my account didn't have all the Saberfaces anyways. But it's definitely something I could do now. Like, I didn't do OC4 Saberface only, but it was pretty damn close. And I think it would have easily been possible. Nice big reward. Chat, if you guys remember, we cliffhung right before the blob. I'll run for it. Still love the music for this. Still amazing. Okay. So... now, I have made the restriction of restricting myself to Saberface only CEs, but I'm not really going to restrict the supports to it because I don't really have control over that. Chad, I can't wait for Jolter's upgrade. That's actually really going to help me. Is that arts? No, it's just generic. Yes. 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 Damn. There we go. Jar, thank you for the resub. It's the first gacha game to hit $1 grand ordillion dollars. I see. Thank you for the resub, bud. Yeah, can we get some love? Culture is getting an update on NA. What do you mean? Like the animation update? I'm doing pretty good, Ars. How are you doing? I actually don't remember what, like, this thing mechanic was from the other day. The grand system has blanked it out of my head. Oh my god, she actually has 100%. She has a 100% arts card. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, what's up, Caliente? We already have the animations, yeah. We're getting an upgrade that gives her 50% charge. Oh, thank god. Ew, terror. I don't think this thing is threat to humanity. As long as I can get 20% back here, I should be good. Actually, it's actually 10%. I've got a card. To hell with your stupid terror. The lack of 50% from CE on Draco is a demerit? No. CAD Smasher passed that thing. Pass. Pass, given the entire lore implication of it. It's just not... no. I understand why someone might, but no. Just no. Oh, right. I only had to do 2 break bars. Oops. I thought I had to go all the way. Oh, she's giving it her all. Is it gonna break out? Yep. Ah. The Matryoshka dolls. Poison specifically made for Cusco, I see. God, his face is still just so unnerving. Okay. I don't think we narratively kill it. But maybe we do. This Bima? Or Medusa? Ah. Crazy anime villain phases? I know, but that's up there. I knew he was making curry. Yeah. I don't know why they don't do more redrop. Maybe it's a thing with like their schedule. Because I believe it's a couple. Like it's a husband and wife. I don't have to do anything. No, that's why you feel guilty. Okay, at least she realizes it. I didn't do enough prep. He didn't distract her. So what, is Bima just gonna show up here and finish this thing off for us suddenly? Is that how this is gonna go? Is he gonna be like, here, I did something, now don't feel guilty? Yep. There you go. Handling heavy weapons isn't easy. Also, bro, you can't call him a coward. You were hiding. Like what? Bro, you were killed by a cook. Oh yeah, absolutely coding. Damn it. Yep, he got cooked. He got turned into curry. No more magic. Oh, is it all gonna go to Bima? Oh man. So all you get is the monument back that you spent. That's fucked up, dude. To be fair, chat, I did say they should have gone for the master. They just immediately were like, well, we're not going to be able to find him. And it's like, he's somewhere in the area. No head paths, chat. Sion just sitting there, remaining silent, observing, calculating. Huh. Oh. Ho ho ho! The AEC method. Alter ego invented master. So AEC is alter ego something? Section 7. Yeah, that was the other command seal coming in. Although it still just looks like she has one. Artillery Exception collab? Artificial Excalibur collab? I see. I'm okay with these. Chat, I realized what it is that she reminds me of now. Okay? This master is female Mandricardo. That's what it is. Ratatouille? It's like somebody threw My Little Pony and an emo into a blender. You're not wrong. Dude, it looks like he's about to grab her from the, like, back of her head. Maybe she really is a Sakura. Yeah, she's designed by Redrop. Yep. I just went to kill the caster's master. That Prime AI's admin privileges your remaining command seals to the victor. Huh. I mean, you say that, McTankles, but this looks like every redrop face I've ever seen. It just has the hair in front of the eyes. More 0 AP. I'm surprised at the length of these chapters. They're doing so much setup in this. We hadn't done anything. True. Love and pain. Yeah, what was he doing then? So, bro is just a scammer. Three days, which is actually less than I expected. Yeah, I mean, it always takes me a little bit longer because I have to play on stream and I have to do, you know, other stuff sometimes on stream. Yep, it's usury. Uh... God, that's all she cares about is depravity. I mean, you got plenty of time, Emperor. We basically only have the foot tower between now and anniversary, I think. Oh, God. I thought he ripped her arm off. I literally thought he ripped her arm off, and I was like, oh my God, dude, please no. He's a jerk with a conscience, yeah. That's why I was gonna be like, holy shit! Is the man gonna ascend? Cries at obsidian daggers? Yeah. Ooh, 23 again. Oh, the builders are here actually rebuilding? bugs? Hmm. Ah, bugs in the system. Okay. I was thinking like actual insects, and I was like, huh? Uh. I need double X in here at all times. I'm just trying to bond her on the back line because I got to get her up to like bond 13, I think it is.
さあ今日も特別な一日になりそうだわまたそれな
Well, this is overkill.
そら来い来やがったな水曜の大波行くぞ相棒
It's going to be really fun grailing some of the Saberfaces to a much higher level. Damn it. I keep double tapping that. Holy shit. I've got to stop that. Pick who with the free ticket? Yeah, I mean, I could pick her with the free ticket coming up in September, but I'd like to get her done before that point. So I'm just gonna like bond her as fast as possible and just kind of see. Thankfully, she's the only one I actually have to bond. Oh, double X, sorry. Well, I mean, I know who's saying that, but... Wait, is this going to be an actual fight for us? Okay. So I assume we're going to get to see Lev as the master, because we already had Sakura as the master for one of these. No master skills, no noble phantasm, no upgraded thing. Yeah, whatever. Send it. Ooh, lucky crit. Almost one-turned it. Damn, the Buster didn't crit that time. I was gonna say, that's almost a triple crit now. Gonna be a hard choice. Yeah, there's limiteds on it, which is definitely nice. A map. Huh. Bro just wants to be ridden. Oh. An anti-hero. So it must have been Medusa. Hmm. Yep. Later, Katana. Have a good one. Snipers? I just noticed that's a fake tree. Like it's like pixelated. More about the sisters. Oh no! What I get for spreading my rolls so thin? That's fine. Yeah, why do I feel like they're gonna die now? Like this is too nice. It's too slice of lifey. Yeah, I think this is the end of 7. Actually, stick with this. God, have I gotten into any Warhammer 40k stuff? I mean, I've played some of the 40k games, but besides that, not really. I've never been a like tabletop guy or anything like that. I do find the concept interesting though. Like I do play like D&D and stuff. I just, you know, we play it on our like Sunday stream sometime where we basically are kind of doing everything remotely and electronically here for you guys on stream. Take a better slice of life, yeah. Now using Draco? I don't think I need it for this. Oh yeah, no, Trump's telling me about that at the beginning of stream. It's God, what was the name of it? It was like Dark Heresy or something. Every freaking time. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be Baldur's Gate quality level, mostly because all the Warhammer games never are that high of quality, but like, I mean, it doesn't mean it still can't be an enjoyable and good game, right? So it's like, I think that's really all you hope for at the end of the day. Oh, it's from Owlcat. Interesting. Yeah, I liked the Pathfinder games for the little bit that I've played them, but I haven't been able to stick with them, and I'm not sure why. I think I lack the like, hey, what should I do next? At least whenever I've played Owlcat's games. But didn't Owlcat make another one for didn't Owlcat make Rogue Trader? Oh, same people that made the Rogue Trader. Okay, yeah, there you go. Oh, is it that she's giving away too much Raniment? Uh-oh. Oh. You don't have to kill him. Overgrown oaf? Interesting that it didn't show the master there. We're already depraved? I don't know about that. No, she wanted to talk to you. Uh-oh. That's why you feel guilty. Like, you just saw a woman collapse and walked off. Hmm. Listen, I NP5'd Kama a long time ago. Wait, what? Oh. So, round 2. I will say now the story is getting a little, like, hopefully they deal with it really fast. Writhing Fiends. So the tale goes. So a cavalryman's got to kill Bluebeard. Why is that grayed out? You should have at least gotten her charge skill, Cody. Wait, what? Curie is an alter ego invented type master. The reader knows, but not the MC. See, like, I don't think the reader even knew this part, though. It's weird that we can't see the image of them, even though we know it's the cook. Okay.
Huh. The world is comprised of 2 discs of different size, and its interior is further divided into 6 major partitions. So it's a disk drive. Okay. Let's start chapter 8. Oh, look at the homework partition. Yeah. Hey, Peaceful, thank you for the 54. How's it going? Yeah, things been going better for me. I can't wait for the Memorial Day weekend here. Aw. I just assume this is more of the same. Like, I don't think this is anything special. I'm sorry, chat. I know these fights are not particularly interesting. Kind of in between boss battles at this point. Yep. They're glowing now, yeah. Well, I suspect it has to do with that first scene that we saw there. Something got rewritten, basically. That something is probably Bluebeard. There, chat. I did a thing. We were talking about that before. I think it's so Saber here, then Berserker, then Lancer, then Rider, then Assassin and Archer, I think. And Caster last. Archer, Assassin, Caster. On JP, thanks. I mean, it's funny. Like, Bright has never been a bad unit, but people have always, like, given her the short end of the stick. It's actually, like, if you guys go read my new player guide, I don't list her as a meta support, but I list her as very strong. Like somebody that like players should try to get their hands on eventually. Yeah, they do seem different. Are they made up of actual bugs? Take a look at that. Maggots? Yeah, it's like, I'm wondering if it's like crest worms or something. They don't normally look that way, though. Well, I have no idea what this is, so I'm just gonna go with this exact same thing. But you bride or save for anniversary? Save for anniversary. I still love the music in this. Just the like digital like spin on it's really good. Ikuzo. Yeah, she's good. She's a really versatile unit. Oh, I see. That'll be the one that gives me trouble. It's weird that they're shadow versions of Medusa, Dury, and Gilderay. That's somewhat odd. Oh, it doesn't even have to be arts looping. It could also be quick. Perfect. Oh no, there's another. Okay, that I was not expecting. I wasn't paying attention there. Let's throw in a Castoria NP just to help. I'm willing to bet one of these lives. Yeah, do you get to pick Zerktori or MHXA for Grand Berserker? Well, what about Jerker? What about Morgan Le Fay? See, this is how I make chat unsure of who's actually getting it. Morgan and Jerker are late. Oh. Cad is Cad. Cad is indeed Cad. Your face needs a little more life. Please smile. Never heard of him. Chad, who is this? Alien from the movie, Paul. Yes. Santa without the beard. Santa, no. Krampus, maybe. It's the Grand Pod. I don't think this is the randomizer at work again. Actually, I feel like I did know that he was here in Herdiel Call 1. Chat, why is it that, like, when he's doing this, because he's got the, like, slight little bit that his bottom lip is coming up over his teeth, he reminds me of Hide the Pain Harold. Like, he's trying to look evil, but he's actually, like, just in pain. Like, it's that exact same expression. That bad Taco Bell face. So it was Crestworms. I was right on the money. And to be fair, I had completely forgotten that Zolgan, like, actual Zolgan was here. Papa John's. Gilda Ray gonna get crestwormed? And he's gone. Well, this is probably the scene we saw in the trailer. Yep. Yeah, the Domino's in my area is crap. The one I had up in college, that Domino's was fantastic. But the one here tastes like cardboard. Pre-watched from it. Listen, I'm sure I would have skipped this on JP. Just use your freaking command seal. Holy shit. That's half the issue right here. So wait then, is this gonna be including the additional spawns? I think it is. Oh wait, technically that's not a Saberface scene. Oops. To be fair, I haven't used it. Like it's been in the party, but I haven't done anything with it. Yeah, I can still fit one. Actually, can I fit a 5-star? Yeah, I'd be able to fit a 5-star. Chat, Foe's a Saberface, right? So the real issue here is going to be if I have to fight waves before the boss. And that I don't know. I'm betting it's boss with ads. And I'm gonna hinge on that. We'll see if I'm right.
第3フォーム展開アルトリア・アバロン
I was not right. I could have tried to struggle through that, but that's just probably better. Oh my god, that was a 24 AP. Really? Really? To be fair, a lot of them are. Like, that's not anything that's really that unique.
挑戦してみるかただいまセール中大切に行き合うさあそらこ
So she should, like, loop.
来やがったな
The question is going to be, will she actually kill any of these? Yep.
アップオン受け取るがよい。これ直すがよい。早だけですカルメン。運命をかけた戦いであればこれだけは使いたいな。
Not good cards either.
早期銀すなわちコスモス。
Don't worry too much on this. Yeah.
行くぞ。
I don't think I. Yeah, okay. As I say, I don't think I have to win.
撃て。丸み上げます。ポーン。
Chat, y'all are always like 5 seconds too late to type some of this stuff out. Yeah, that's bullshit. And the reason I say that's bullshit is simply because it doesn't actually state what this does. Like, if that reduced NP to 0, despite me using Invuln Pierce, that's not a misplay on my part. That's a game gave me bad info. There's not a lot I can do about that.
熱を帯びなさい。丸みアドワーズ。エーテル宇宙の権威をお見せしましょう。これだけはな。早期銀すなわちコスモス。エーテル宇宙しかる秩序。行くぞ。ツインミニアドディザスター。ダブル。
Wait, does he have... Damage cut Noble Phantasm is probably the reason why. Kadroth possibly, yes. Draco bypassed the defense up for NPs, if I remember correctly. Interesting. He doesn't count as a servant though, right, chat? Bro, really do just be gaining it all back. Is there a like times limitation on that? Nope, it's just forever. Yeah, I feel like I just did not understand what was going on here.
罪の都最後の竜は我がのね。集え円卓の守護者たちラウンド・オブ・アバロン。そこです。
Did it need to like specifically be sure hit instead of invuln pierce? Because that's whack if that's the case. Here we go. No, it's just scripted. Yeah, I just like it's weird because like chat saying like, oh well Draco did it. And I'm like, well Draco has sure hit. So it's like that could be the different like in factors there, but yeah, I have no idea why that one just didn't go through. Yeah, it's a good point. Damn, they got the ominous choir in the background. There you go. You finally used it. Say less. Yeah, but I would think you'd be able to drown Zolgan in depravity. Like, he feels like exactly that type of person. Sufficient instantaneous output. Here comes the cavalry man to stab Bluebeard. Oh yeah. Wait, what? Wasn't this Fluorosis thing? Attack of the Mopeds. Wait. He made the peasant railgun from D&D. He's gonna do it. I was gonna say, I really hope this is a cutscene. Oh, come on. Okay, I was gonna say, do more than that, please. He firing that finger gun, chat. Yep. Literal blast from the past. The future's now, old man. Firing my laser indeed. That was awesome. I like this guy. We should keep him, yes. Not even a saint here after all. I was like, alright, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna touch grass. Right, but what if we replicated this and put this on our ship? No. We can make another. Come on, Sion. Use your brain. So he can't see the future, he could just see what it needs. Oh god, not again. Oh, it's rearranging things. Because I think they were on complete opposite sides. Not a physical action that takes place in the macro world. Because they know there's an outside world. I mean, we had brought it up before, but... Get ready to spin. Whee! Provisional Svedberg units. If Kama is an alter ego, we are an import. The bird of the underworld surely hopes that the moon will never ascend to the southern sky. Okay. So did it banana rotate on us? Yeah. Yeah, I assume it's an Egyptian reference as well. I just like... I'm not sure what they're getting at yet. Chat! It is 11. We're getting, like, nowhere fast in this. There's just a ton of reading. I actually kind of hope it picks up, because, like... They've been doing a lot of setup on this. But again, we're going to end it here for tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me see who all is on. Okay. Let me send you guys over to Miss Simon IV. She's on. They are doing more repo tonight. And again, I will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing more Ordeal Call, and we'll see if there's anything else I have to do. In the meantime, again, don't forget, join the Discord. It's the only way I can contact you guys if I need your info to get you on my friends list. And don't forget to check out the grand system guide that we put out today. So, again, thank you guys for watching. Go give Miss Simon IV my love, and I will see you guys for the next one.